Previously on Caius's BT review.
You still don't know the truth, Sarah.
I'm the one getting the BT. You keep dreaming of yourself getting an early global rework, but
You will not survive to see it.
I know the truth, Caius. I know that every time I change things, I lose a part of my life. But don't you see? I don't care.
I want my BT! I want my rework!
How very
no.
of you. But you shall die first.
Seems like you still haven't told Sarah the truth yourself. Have you forgotten all?
What truth? That she got me the BT and not Sarah?
Not that truth, you dumb fuck. It's about us, the Guardians. Have you forgotten all? Our curse.
What curse?
What truth?
Lamau. Seems like Sarah truly doesn't know. Should I tell Sarah what happened? No. Let me enlighten both of you noobs. Come, Sarah. I'll show you the truth.
No, no, no!
Caius!
Did you get one?
Yeah, the BT is mine, not Sarah.
You're improving. Seems like it wasn't easy for you to snatch the BT first.
Nah, it was as easy as anything. No problem. Too easy, in fact. I got bored.
No, Sarah! Step over!
Sarah, snap out of it! No! No! Sarah.
Seems like I'm only getting my BT during the Crystal Level 90 era.
Hello everybody! Welcome back and thank you all for tuning back into my channel. Very exciting day for us JP players as we have finally gotten some news regarding the upcoming Crystal Level 90 and the Ultima weapons, though that it may or may not cause some controversy since it kinda semi-requires the premium mod pass. Well, anyway, we will cover more of that later, but before we begin, again, as usual, big thank you to Leobob and Zedakai for the translation that the both of them posted in Discord, which I will be reading off from. Now, before we proceed, do note that this is going to be quite a long video because there is a lot to discuss about the Ultima weapons and I might speed things up on some topics just to make this video less draggy for you guys to watch. But timestamps will be available in the description box below if you would like to jump to a certain topic. So without further ado, let's proceed to talk June content. So yes, Noel is the next BT candidate from FF13, which will be dropping alongside with the next upcoming Define Ifrit event. Yes, I know, poor Sarah. Well, I'm still hoping on hope that Sarah will get her BT someday. Someday. But anyway, back to Noel. His BT ability is anti-fan, ignoring AoE melee plus AoE HP attack, and his BT effect grants him free skill uses and fills his EX gauge to the max. Wow, what a way to start the Crystal Level 90 era, whereby Noel is the first unit to be able to spam his EX constantly with his BT effect to help promote the Crystal Level 90 era better. Okay, that was me being sarcastic. And yes, I'm very tempted to green Noel's BT since I kinda like Noel. Yeah, despite the really bad intro video I made earlier, which I kinda make Noel look like a douche. And this will be Noel's second alternate costume. To be honest, I don't really remember seeing this outfit when playing FF13 2 or Lightning Returns, but hey, new costume for Noel fans. Well anyway, that's for Noel. Let's move on. Yes, Onion Knight BT. So alongside Norse BT release, Onion Knight BT will be realizable as well. Wow, this kinda makes it hard for me to decide if I'm going to green Onion Knight's BT or Norse BT. What about you guys? Let me know down below on who you will be greening. Oh yeah, Sid's LD is finally here. You all know me, I'm a really big FF7 fan. So let's quickly dive in on what this Dragoon mechanic sadist gangster is getting for his LD. His LD is an AoE range wind plus AoE HP attack, and it grants Sid a stack-based overhead buff called High Wind in the Sky. And this stack-based overhead buff grants Sid a self-enchant wind, yeah, selfish dude. So this stack-based overhead buff increases stacks every time when Sid himself make a move, similar to Raijin, and once at a certain stack, I'm guessing it's 3 stack, he does an follow-up attack called Bombing Support, which is an AoE wind range plus AoE HP attack, and it reverts back to stack 1 once the follow-up attack occurs. Okay, hopefully they don't use the same animation as Setsu's LD. Crystal level 90 and Ultima weapons. So for Crystal level 90, the method of crystal leveling a new unit is the same, whereby the new tier 7 crystal can only be obtained through events. And yes, there will be enough to fully level the feature units up to 90. So here's a look at the stats boost from crystal level 81 to 90. Level 85, 88 and 90 are really the important ones. Level 85 is whereby it gives the EX Plus ability and extension, and level 88 is whereby it gives the AA and extension. Now, I just want to point out clearly that these EX Plus and AAs from Crystal level 85 and 88 are not exactly reworks, but more like extensions. Similar to the Crystal level 60s, where all units got 2 skills extended, which is everyone's skill 1 and skill 2. Crystal level 90 is also 2 skills extended, which is everyone's EX Plus and AAs. So just want to put it out there, not exactly a rework, but more of like an extension. Crystal level 90 is whereby that Sid unit is allowed to equip a Ultima weapon, which is what we're gonna be covering next. So for Ultima weapons, okay, so this is the controversial part because this involves some bit of a form of whether or not if you purchase the premium Mog Pass. Okay, let's slowly go through what the Ultima weapon offers us players. Ultima weapons can be obtained through using a new type of material called Providence Core. But before we proceed to talk about making a Ultima weapon, here's an infographic created by our beloved Dissidia database founder Ram. Thanks to Ram, he's going to make this explanation easier. So let's go through step by step on creating an MLBing a Ultima weapon. So to create your first ever Ultima weapon, first you will need to decide on which weapon type to create, and as you can see, all types are available including the unique type. So to create one, you will need 50 Providence Core. So here's an example from the infographic where a bow was chosen to be crafted. So as you can see here, 50 Providence Core was used. And to MLB it, you will need another 150 Providence Core. And it can be MLB up to a total maximum of 5 times. Which means 50 plus 150 plus another 150 plus another 150 and so on and so forth equals 800 Providence Core in total to fully limit break one Ultima weapon. And here's what MLBing a Ultima weapon offers, which is a total whopping of 40% HP damage up and 40% increase of HP damage cap. Now the interesting part is that you can also create multiple of the same weapon type Ultima weapons. But this time round, instead of using 50 Providence Core to create one, you will need 150 Providence Core to create a duplicate weapon type. So for some reason, if you decide to make a second bow type ultimate weapon, then yeah, you will need 150 Providence Core to make one. And there are 2 methods to get Providence Core. The first method, you will need to clear a Ultima missions, which is a Lufenia difficulty quest, and only Crystal level 90 characters can be used for the Ultima missions. And you can obtain up to a total of 60 Providence Core and additional 30 on some events every month, which means it could possibly take about 6 to 9 months to fully MLB a Ultima weapon. But there is an additional second method. This is again mentioned many times where the controversial part is. Purchasing a premium mod pass nets you an extra 20 Providence Core via Cosmos or Chaos Quest. So probably fully MLBing a Ultima weapon should take roughly 6 months with premium mod pass, but this is just a rough estimate, so don't quote on me. So that's it. What are my thoughts about Ultima weapons? Well, call it a hot take or whatever you want to call it, but this is just my opinion. I personally feel that the devs is introducing the Ultima weapons as though how BT weapons were introduced during the late Chaos, early Lufania stages. Now, why do I say that? The reason is because back when BT weapons were introduced, it is said that BT weapons can be obtained through either pulling or using a BT token. And BT tokens, as we all know, can be obtained either through clearing Chaos Challenge quests and or buying the premium mod pass. Similar to the Ultima weapons as to the BT tokens, the Providence Core can be obtained through Ultima missions, and extra Ultima materials can also be obtained from the extra rewards if you were to purchase the premium mod pass as mentioned earlier. Now, given that I have played this game for many years now, I feel like Ultima weapons is gonna be the next luxury item. Similar to how BT weapons were considered a luxury item during its early release, whereby bosses aren't exactly overtuned specifically towards having or not having a BT. But make no mistake, we have to still expect some kind of a slight spike in difficulty since they are introducing the new EX++, which I feel is the similar situation where LDs are introduced whereby bosses are slowly transiting and tuned according to whether or not you own a LD weapon. So I feel that it is quite safe to say that Ultima weapons will be the same, and based on what we're reading on what Ultima weapons will do, it is basically just breaking and increasing the limit of HP damage. That's it. No new abilities or buffs ties to it. Pretty similar to how High Armor Plus works, which is semi-doable even if you don't own the Ultima weapons, and not at all that difficult to achieve if you were to bring 3 BT plus units. Now, I do know that breaking and increasing HP damage can be huge and game-changing, given that that's the kind of core assist and LD core assist that most of us, even I myself, use to supplement most of our DPS. But see, that's the point I'm making. We have so many options to break HP damage limit now, and I feel like Ultima weapons is sort of like the cherry on top on everything I just mentioned. And if our calculation is accurate, MLBing one Ultima weapon takes about 6 to 9 months, which means the devs can slowly take the time to slowly tune the difficulty of Lufania Plus based on the given amount of time we can MLB one Ultima weapon. But then again, who knows? Some player might just get one of each type of Ultima weapons since it costs less to create one, but even so, it's just an extra 10% HP damage and limit increase, which, okay. So yeah, there's this and there's that, and if you're panicking, I say don't be. Let's give it a few months or even a few events to see how the devs will handle content moving forward for players with or without Ultima weapons. Plus, I feel that this is for the first time ever whereby the devs is introducing some sort of diversity to the community. Meaning, for sure, not everyone is going to be choosing the same Ultima weapons to MLB, just like how everyone decides who to BT plus a BT unit. But this one is different because Ultima weapons can be equipped on anyone as long as they are level 90. So that's it for Ultima weapons. I'll probably make a video guide on the Ultima weapons in future once I have a better understanding on them. Next up, new character for June. This guy, his name is Okay, I'm just gonna pronounce his name as Lloyd. So Lloyd is the next new character for June. If you guys don't know who this is, don't worry, not many people do. That's because he's from a FF series that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys skipped. And that game is FF12 Revenant Wings, the official sequel to FF12, which is only released in the DS. So yeah, it is a game that not a lot of people knew, but hey, I played it. And I don't remember getting it very far since the game is very scissors, paper, stony. So am I excited about this arrival in default? Well, not really, but hey, I can never ever complain whenever there is a new character getting released in default. Think about all of the summoned treasures. Yep, so the next Lost chapter will be Queen as expected, and the next Intertwined Wheel unit will be Edgar. Finally, it is time for him to shine once again. So this potentially means he's getting a LD and a rework. Why do I know he's getting a rework? Well, because that's what we're gonna be covering next. Finally, for characters getting a rework, Anya Knight, Sid, Sarah and Noel will be getting their rework as expected. Queen will be getting one as well, which, yeah, she really does need a simple rework. Zell is getting another rework. What event will Zell be getting? Interesting. This still seems pretty viable now even in Lufania Plus. Oh well, can't complain for more reworks. A campaign character is getting a rework. Not sure who that will be. 2 BT characters will be getting a rework on the next BT release. Edgar is getting a rework as well. Next campaign character and Vivi will be getting a rework. Vivi is getting yet another rework? Another very recent unit that got a rework is getting another rework. Okay, can't say no to that. And lastly, Dark Knight Cecil and Papa Limo will also be getting a rework. Yes, Dark Knight Cecil getting a rework, which means he's getting an LD bot as well. Yes! Now, one final surprise review from the producer. This is a huge one. Regarding BT appearance rules, characters who have appeared in the Dissidia series are now eligible for BTs. Yeah, this is to probably answer why Noel is getting a BT. So that will be it. What do you guys think of June's upcoming content? Personally, I'm still deciding between wanting to token Noel's BT and green him, or just straight away green Onion Knight's BT. Gonna have to wait for all the showcase video first before I decide. And as for the Ultima weapons and the premium mock pass thingy, let me know how you guys feel about the dev's approach. I personally find it to be exciting but not exciting at the same time. To be honest, I'm more so actually looking forward to the Crystal 1190's Awakening actually. Let me know down in the comment section below on what you're most excited about for in June and your pool plans. So until next time, good luck to everyone's pool and until the next video, bye bye!